Next, here on Friday Live from the Ron Hull studio with our live audience here in house. We have got Nebraska's own award-winning blues musician, Hector Anchondo. He picked up his first guitar at age 16. That led to decades of music making, including albums and a first-place win for his solo duo performance in the 35th Annual International Blues Challenge, among other accolades. Hector's been inspired by the likes of Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eric Clapton, and Johnny Cash. He's carved out a blues sound all of his own at this point, and you can catch him playing live tonight at 9 p.m. at Harney Street Tavern in Omaha. He's also got dates coming up March 6th, 7 p.m. at Southern Style in Fremont, Nebraska, March 13th, 6:30 p.m. at the Rusty Nail in Omaha, and the dates go on after that. Amazing work, Hector, and thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
So, you started out playing Latin rock before shifting to the blues. Does the Latin still, that influence your music still to this day?
It does. It does. I kind of sneak it in here and there through my. It kind of shows up through my improvisation, even when I don't realize it. Sometimes I won't think that I played anything like that, and somebody will come up and like, oh, I love how much like Latin style guitar you were playing tonight. I'm like trying to think back. I was like, when did I do that? But I think it just kind of comes through because the earliest forms of music that I can think back from childhood were, Hispanic style music.
Yeah. Could you give us just a short example of something that would sound more blues, short little, and something that would sound more Latin?
Yeah. So. So something like that would be, bluesy. And then something like if I...
Yeah, nice. We had a yeah in the audience too. Yeah. What was it you were listening to as a kid that made you want to pick up the guitar for the first time?
It was my mom. We grew up out in the country. Way out in the country. Our closest neighbor was about a mile away. And so my mom was determined to being down there in the middle of Missouri, determined to culture us one way or another. So we'd have these nights where we'd have different food from different parts of the world that she would make, but also it was music too. She wanted us to be, as cultured with musically as possible. So and that's through that, the different styles and her buying me, I remember she bought me, that had a big influence on me. It was a Brazilian, I wish I could remember the artist's name. I think about it all the time and I can't remember. But it was a CD of a Brazilian artist, and it was like a Brazilian, like flamenco kind of style. So it was kind of like, it was like... It's like that kind of stuff, and I just listen to that constantly.
Beautiful, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you.
What role has Omaha played in your career?
You know what I thought about all the cities when I wanted to start my music career. Like Chicago, New York, L.A. But I had family in Omaha, and I thought it would be a great. I had no memory of living in the city. I guess I was born in Omaha. So I thought it would be a good place to start to adjust to city life and kind of get to know how that goes. But Omaha ended up, in the Omaha area, and Lincoln included, ended up being a really wonderful place for an artist to get started because there's lots of support and lots of opportunity in Omaha and Lincoln and in the area.
It occurs to me, you have shared stages with so many big artists across genres. What's one lesson maybe that you've learned from those experiences that still shows up in your playing today?
I'd say it's just another it's another show, kind of not to diminish any show or at all, but like getting in that mindset. I'm like, all right, it's another show, so that you can stay cool, calm, and collected. Like it's kind of like akin to a Zen, because so you get your emotional state in a great place, so that you can let all the notes fall where they should.
Where you want them.
Yes.
We get to hear another tune here from you, Hector, and it's from your upcoming album. When is the album coming out?
Sometime this year.
Okay.
Quick story. So I'm releasing it through a label, and they wanted, it's kind of more like Americana across the board, kind of, but they asked, like, can you do one more blues song? And I thought I was done. So I've like been working on one more song to add on there. So it kind of set the timeline back a bit. But so hopefully sometime this summer.
Okay.
Is the
Congratulations on
goal.
that project. And, you know,
Thank you.
I'll send you some good vibes for writing that new song that they want
appreciate
on
it.
there. We're going to hear Teacher of Mine. Any intro for this one?
Yeah, I wrote this in 2021. My family and I, the 2020 stuff, of course, everybody went through that. But in the summer of 2020, our apartment got flooded out. We were on the ground level, so we had to move. And at that time, everybody knows, wasn't sure what was going to happen or what the next day looked like. So we ended up getting an RV and lived in this RV, which was amazing at first and horrible later. And so through that whole adventure, going down to Florida, and no shade on Florida, but I'm never going to live in Florida. It's like rush hour traffic 24 hours a day. But this is one of the songs that came out of all of that. This is titled Teacher of Mine. I've been moving like an old sidewinder. These past few years I haven't moved forward. Lungs bleeding, a family's been crying. I need some change to buy my way out. I profess I spent teaching by the end of a bell. It sure does sting, feeling no way out. Oh, ooh, ooh. We spent a lifetime down by the Everglades, bruised up spirits and lamps running low. That cell on wheels that we were confined to had a dirty old windshield that kept us from finding our way. I profess I spent teaching by the end of a bell. It sure does sting, feeling no way out. I'll keep bleeding one day at a time. Life's been a hard teacher of mine. I'll hold you close, grab on to me tight. I'll lead us out of here. I'm gonna make things right. I'm gonna make things right. I profess life's been teaching by the end of a belt. It sure does sting, feeling no way out. I'll keep bleeding one day at a time. Life's better hard, a teacher of mine, yeah. Life's been teaching by the end of a belt. It sure does sting, feeling no way out. I'll keep leading one day at a time. Life's better hard, a teacher of mine, yeah, yeah, yeah. Life's better hard, a teacher of mine, yeah. Life's been a good teacher of mine. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Teacher of Mine. That is the title track from Hector Anchando's upcoming album, and we heard it right here in the Ron Hull studio at Nebraska Public Media.